Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. James Baldwin, as much truth as one can bear.
Hey, I noticed you were having a hard time with Jake earlier. He seemed very upset and angry.
Yeah, he was. He wanted to go out on the deck, but it was raining. He started throwing things and yelling at me.
How did you handle that?
Well, I tried to calm him down by telling him that it's not a big deal, and that he can engage in another activity inside. But he didn't listen. He just kept saying that he hates the rain and he hates me.
Can I give you some feedback?
Sure.
You were trying to help Jake. And you might have unintentionally invalidated his emotions?
Invalidated? What do you mean?
Well, when you tell someone their feelings aren't a big deal, or they should feel differently. Basically dismissing their emotions as unimportant or wrong. That can make them feel worse. It can prevent someone from working through emotions and learning to cope better with them.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So what should I have done?
Validated his emotions. Validation means acknowledging and accepting someone's emotions as understandable, without judging or trying to change them.
How?
You can use statements like, "I can see you're angry. It makes sense that you are feeling hurt," or "I'm sorry that you are feeling upset." With Jake, you might have said, "I can see that you're disappointed because you wanted to go outside on the deck, and it's raining."
And then?
Then empathize with him and show him that you care. You can say something like, "I know how much you love being outside, and it's hard when things don't go as planned." Or, "I'm sorry that the rain ruined your plans. That's frustrating."
And then what?
Help him cope with his emotions. Offer some alternatives, like, "Would you like to play a board game with me instead?" Or, "How about we watch a movie together?" Or, "Do you want to talk about how you're feeling?"
I get it. So validation is about acknowledging, accepting, empathizing, and helping. Right?
Exactly. It helps us make sense of our emotions, which can increase exploration of alternatives so people are able to decrease ineffective behaviors.
Thank you for explaining that to me. I think I understand better now.
I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. Rosa Parks' Quiet Strength, the faith, the hope, and the heart of a woman who changed a nation.
Research has shown that appropriate activation of emotions during processing is key to improving emotional responses and reducing ineffective behavior. For example, individuals who express fear when reliving traumatic experiences have shown improvement with exposure therapy, while those who bypass fear and go straight to anger do not improve.
Additional emotions, like guilt, shame, anger, panic, dependence, crying, grieving, or worrying, can be really overwhelming for the person going through them. Telling them not to feel a certain way isn't helpful and can make them feel even worse. The one providing support should try to understand and accept both the main emotion and these additional feelings, even if they might not seem to make sense. Secondary emotions are a normal part of how we respond to things. For example, if someone feels guilty or embarrassed about reaching out to their support person, the supporter should let them know it's okay and that they understand guilt, embarrassment, or whatever they are feeling.
Making assumptions can be harmful as it might dismiss or devalue what the person is going through, and this can negatively impact the relationship between you and the other person. Strong emotions can affect how people interpret things, remember events, and imagine future situations, creating a cycle that influences their interactions and responses to various events. However, it's important to remember that not all thoughts, feelings, memories, and assumptions related to someone's mood are necessarily distorted or problematic. When offering support or understanding to others, it's crucial to carefully assess the situation and rely on facts instead of making assumptions or interpretations.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm sad.
Sorry. It must be tough dealing with those emotions.
I had a bad dream last night. It was about my dad.
I see. You lost him just last year. I can imagine a dream like that upset you.
Yeah, it was. I miss him so much.
You really do miss him.
Sometimes I think it's my fault that he died. Like I was a bad son. Like I made him angry and stressed him out. That's what my dream was about.
Oh, Scott. No, you don't need to feel that way. You didn't have anything to do with that.
You don't get it. You don't get me.
Sorry, you're right. Your feelings are your own. I do wonder if you can tell me a little about what's making you feel guilty?
Well, I feel guilty because I think I could have done more to make him happy.
It sounds like you're carrying a lot of regret about your dad's passing. That must be really hard.
Yes. Horrible. What's wrong with me?
I think a lot of people have similar feelings. It's like we question ourselves and wish things were different. It's tough. I've noticed you're talking a lot to your family and friends. Is that helping, Scott?
Yes, it does help.
What if once a week you could talk with your own counselor on your iPad or go out to see them? You know we can help you find someone.
I'll think about it.
That's great, Scott.
You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats, so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Maya Angelou, Letter to My Daughter.
Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations. Mae Jemison, Find Where the Wind Goes, Moments from My Life.